Hey guys, what's going on? It's Twintuitive717 and I'm here with the Saucy Beaver. Mega good vibes. We're just hanging out, doing our thing. All right, guys, we want to share a reading for those of you who are feeling your divine masculine's energy around you. It could feel like they're missing you. It could feel like they want to communicate with you. They may not be ready to do this in the physical. But for those of you who you just feel them, you may be thinking about them more than usual. Hi. Or you may just get like a strong feeling of their energy around you. It might just be like, you get like a smell in the air, or like if you've been with your divine masculine, you know what they smell like. It's like you just get like their scent. So for those of you who are just feeling your masculines around you, what are some of the messages they want to communicate? Okay, we already have thoughts and isolating. They could be pulling back a little bit, but they still want you to know that they're having thoughts about you or the connection. It could just be thoughts about like how your presence affects them. Like that might be having an effect on them right now. Especially if you've had like intimacy exchanged. They could be, like what I'm hearing is like they're feeling ways about being intimate with you. Like I think that maybe your divine masculine is used to being very detached when it comes to intimacy. But with you, I feel like they're having a hard time detaching. They may want to also like try to stop themselves from feeling like they're falling in love. They could be in denial about it as well. But it's too late. They already feel it. There could be something about the way you nurture them or you have compassion for them. It might be like the way you guys kiss each other too. Like you could kiss each other on the forehead a lot. They may want to nurture you as well, and that's a feeling that they probably never experienced before. It's like being intimate with someone and then all of a sudden feeling a closeness to them. That's why maybe many of you are feeling them very strongly at this time. Like they could literally be like sitting there thinking about being close to you, making love to you, caressing you. Okay, and that's why they're having a lot of these gentle thoughts. They want to nurture you because you may show a lot of compassion for them as well. Divine feminine, okay, you could show them a lot of deep compassion, and they feel it in like the way you may look at them, or again, I'm getting in like the way you kiss them. Like you may kiss them a lot, on their cheeks and on their forehead and behind their neck, and like just, there's something about you two really loving to kiss each other everywhere. Okay, I'm going to cut it in half and we'll get one more message about what your masculine wants to communicate. All right, so we also have storm and unexpected. A lot of your counterparts could be going through a tough time, but they won't ever let you know that, is what I'm getting with this card. It could be part of the reason why you may be feeling them around you. When you get into a place of where you feel like life is getting overwhelming, and then there's that one person that you just close your eyes and think of. I feel like a lot of your divine masculines want you to know that you're that person that they think about, and that's unexpected. I feel like that's the part about this whole connection with you that's unexpected. It's like in their worst times, towers falling, a lot of obstacles in the way. And I've talked about this in past readings as well, guys. There's been a lot of crazy changes happening for the divine masculines, and I feel like it's happening all at once, which is why it could be very overwhelming at times. But when they close their eyes and they stop and they think about just something that makes them feel good again, they want you to know that you're at the center of their thoughts, okay? Let me get a message on how they see you. How does the masculine see the divine feminine at this time? Okay, so reaching outward. Okay, and I feel like this is part of nurturing as well. If you kind of look closely, she's here at the balcony. She's got a handkerchief. They see you as just very beautiful, well put together, taking care of yourself, and you have the ability to take care of others as well. They see you making conscious efforts as well to be close to them. I feel like they're starting to see that the connection isn't one-sided. Many of your masculines may have had a lot of fears about that in the past. Just some of them getting the feeling that they felt this connection maybe a lot more strongly than you, but like what I'm seeing is you two interacting on a more deep level. Like it's a lot of beautiful interactions exchanged with one another, and it's showing your divine masculine that the connection is very, very mutual. Okay, what is the romantic outcome for you both? What kind of romantic action can you expect this divine masculine to take? Okay, so we have the high priestess here coming through. I feel like they're studying you at this time. The high priestess as well, although for me personally it's feminine energy, it could be a part of your divine masculine, finding balance. And part of the balance is letting their walls down as well, especially through the storms. But I feel like these moments of having the towers fall is when we get the most epiphanies. They could be having a lot of like spiritual dreams right now. They're really guided to look things up. And I feel like they're learning a lot more about the connection through just experiencing it, allowing themselves to experience it. So the more they bond with the divine feminine, the more they find themselves just shifting and changing and being a little bit more interested to develop spiritually. They could have been closed off to developing spiritually in the past. It's something that they didn't believe in or they weren't as tuned in. But now there is something about tuning in or testing the waters when it comes to the magic that spirituality offers, like being more present, being able to manifest, just knowing that you have the ability to create your reality. I feel like many of your masculines, that concept felt very foreign to them, but there is something about the way that you love them or the way that you nurture them or something about the magic that you have in your own life or they see you experiencing it. And it's like all of a sudden, they find themselves being a lot more open to their spiritual side. And I feel like this very energy of the high priestess is actually helping them through the storms that they're going through. It's like they're able to weather the storm. And I did share that in one of the community posts. I shared the song Cold Summer because at the end of the song, he talked about life having storms. And the question is, are you able to weather the storm? So until the sun shines again. That's what he says. Are you able to weather the storm until the sun shines again? And I feel like the way that a lot of your masculines are weathering the storm of all of the abrupt changes that are happening. And I feel like this high priestess energy tells me too, like many of you might have given your divine masculines a warning about just unexpected things happening for them. A lot of beautiful, amazing, just kind of interesting things starting to happen to them. And they've always held on to that. And so... yeah, I feel like that's what they want you to know at this time, okay? Again, especially for those of you who are feeling their energy very, very heavily. What is the advice from the universe as to, how you both can take action? What is the best course of action for you both right now? Okay, so we have stay open-minded. And right away, I also heard the message, even through the separation, like stay open-minded with one another. No matter what you two are going through right now, I feel like you're becoming less and less triggered by the separation. You're able to give one another space. And that's part of staying open-minded, is realizing that the more you trust that you both are genuinely on this journey, the more the magic allows itself to unfold. Okay, so I see many of you moving away from feeling so attached and like this need to know basis with your counterpart. Many of you are really moving away from that and just allowing the connection to organically unfold. And that's part of staying open-minded. I feel like a lot of you have released a lot of expectations and you're just allowing the love to take over. You know, a lot of you aren't trying to stifle this connection. You are not trying to project. I feel like if triggers do come up, a lot of you are working on like, okay, like why am I reacting this way, rather than trying to project blame onto another person. It's like, okay, why am I reacting in this way to the situation, you know? So it's like, remember how I always talk about like when we get triggered, we tend to reach out to our divine masculine, and it's like we may do that out of like impulsiveness, anger, wanting them to explain things. I feel like, you know, many of you are shifting away from that, and it's allowing you to heal. It's allowing you to take accountability for, just for your own triggers, the way that this person comes in and is able to, you know, maybe press buttons that no one else is able to press. You know, a lot of you are moving away from projecting blame and just taking care of your own shit. And it's just part of staying open-minded on this journey. A lot of you, I feel too, like a lot of you are feeling like I have no choice, like, but to be open-minded, because it's like, even when you try to take control, it's like the more the storm and the lightning and the thunder happens, right? Like when we try to be closed-minded, it's like, oh, just because this is my twin flame, it's got to be A, B, and C. I feel like by now many of us know on the journey that staying open-minded is like a superpower. You know, it really is like having a superpower, because you really do have to be prepared for the unexpected. So that really is your best course of action for the both of you right now. A lot is happening for the divine masculines. A lot of you are feeling their energy very heavily, and you may be feeling antsy, like, what's next? But stay open-minded. Try not to even ask the question of what's next, and allow yourself to just do something fun. Like, you know, pick up, an old interest or hobby of yours that's been hiding in the closet, dust it off and get out there. Exercise too is going to be really important for some of you right now, because I have been feeling exhaustion for the collective. So just feeling very tired. No matter how much sleep you get, just remember your astral body as well is going through a lot of changes, okay? So that's why sometimes it's like no matter how much rest you get, you can't seem to feel rested. Just let it pass. Get sleep when you can. Prioritize sleep as well. And that's going to help. But eventually it will pass. And then what ends up happening is like you're going to wake up one day and like a bit of like a new astral body, or like another layer of your old self will be peeled off. Because I did the release purging card came out, I think, in the last reading. So, or maybe the reading before that, but check out the readings that I've done, within the last couple of days. And that's been having a big impact on many of you. So it will kind of cause you to feel exhausted. It's like shedding off another layer. So if you can recognize that that's happening, and don't worry and don't try to like fight the current, just let it happen. Prioritize sleep when you can, and exercise, guys, because exercise is going to give you the boost of energy that you need. And a lot of the times this kind of exhaustion is a wake-up call that we need to start taking care of our light bodies a little bit more, okay? Because many of us with the ascension, like you start going through this renewal of like prioritizing what's important, eating healthier, no matter what age you're at. Exercise in some way, shape, or form is going to be a big thing right now, okay? Especially for the heavy energies felt. All right, let's go ahead and wrap this up. I'm going to get a message from the divine masculines to the divine feminines, because I also feel like, you know, they're definitely feeling grateful for your presence as well. I'm going to close off this reading, guys. What do your masculines want to communicate? All right, so I can't stop thinking about you, okay? And that's part of the thoughts card that came out. It's actually how the reading started. Isolating, because it's a lot to take in, okay? A lot of your masculines could be going through this exhaustion as well, and it's like the high priestess energy is going to help them realize that it's because of ascension, you know, maybe even through like some of the energy felt from the divine feminine. Like, I guess what I'm trying to say is like the high priestess card for me is it's also about telepathy. It's like you both have the keys to each other's heart and mind. So if a lot of you are feeling exhausted, whatever you do for yourself will have an impact on your counterpart. Okay, so if you're feeling the heavy energy and then you're draining yourself more trying to figure them out, it's gonna, you know, keep spiraling and spiraling. But if you are able to feel their energy heavily and resist from trying to figure them out and just take it as like a signal, sorry, to like boost your energy, do things to boost your energy, healthy eating, eating more light foods, a lot of like colorful fruits, going out in nature, guys, like getting away from the city too, if you're able to, and like breathing in fresh air. A lot of that is going to help you guys right now, because yeah, it's heavy. It's like you both are each other's safe place. I feel like with many of your masculines going through this, they just close their eyes and they think of that one person who could just tell them everything is going to be okay. And it's this divine feminine that they're really holding space for. All right. And this divine feminine energy here reaching outward, it doesn't have to be in the physical, guys. There's many, many ways that you can communicate how it is you're feeling and the type of support that you're wanting to send to your twin. Just say it in the form of a prayer, and just close your eyes and send it energetically to them. There's like no reason to like intervene in the physical. Like if you guys trust you're on a twin flame journey, you're gonna have no problem trusting that you're able to just close your eyes and connect with them from heart space to heart space. Because I do feel like a lot of your masculines are they're just they may be needing that right now for you to reach outward. Okay, sorry for the background noise, guys. That was, I think, fireworks going off. But anyways, I love you guys. Take care of yourselves, and I will catch you guys in the next reading, okay? All right. Bye, guys.